The Election Commission of India is a vital and independent organization created by the Constitution to manage elections in the country. Its main job is to ensure that elections are conducted fairly and freely. Article 324 of the Constitution grants the Election Commission the authority to oversee, direct, and control elections for several significant offices. This includes elections for the Parliament, state legislatures, the President of India, and the Vice President of India. This makes the Election Commission an all-level body since it operates at both the national and state levels. It plays a crucial role in maintaining the integrity of the democratic process. However, it's important to recognize that the Election Commission's responsibilities do not extend to local elections, such as those for panchayats, the rural local government bodies, and municipalities. For these local elections, the Constitution provides for separate bodies known as state election commissions. Each state has its own election commission to handle these local polls. The Election Commission is made up of a chief election commissioner and a team of other commissioners appointed by the President of India. They work together to ensure the elections are conducted fairly, which includes managing election schedules, monitoring campaign finance, and ensuring compliance with legal norms related to elections. The body also addresses any complaints or disputes arising from the electoral process, making sure that the rights of voters and candidates are protected. In addition to Article 324, there are several other significant provisions in the Constitution that relate to the Election Commission and the electoral process. For instance, Article 325 establishes that there shall be one election for the members of the House of the People and the members of the legislative assemblies of the states, while Article 326 relates to the elections being based on universal adult franchise, which means that every adult citizen has the right to vote. The Election Commission also has the power to enforce the Model Code of Conduct, which is a set of guidelines that political parties and candidates must follow during elections. This code ensures that the elections are conducted in a peaceful and orderly manner, minimizing the chances of any unfair advantage. Overall, the Election Commission plays a crucial role in upholding democracy in India. By ensuring transparency and fairness in the electoral process, it helps maintain the citizens' trust in the political system. This ensures that the elected representatives truly reflect the choices and will of the people. Composition of the Election Commission in India. Article 324 of the Indian Constitution outlines how the Election Commission is made up and how its members are appointed. The Election Commission is a vital body responsible for overseeing and conducting elections in India to ensure they are fair and free from any manipulation. Here are the key points regarding its composition. First, the Election Commission comprises the Chief Election Commissioner, CEC, and other election commissioners as needed. The President of India decides how many additional election commissioners will be appointed at any given time. The Chief Election Commissioner and any other election commissioners are appointed by the President of India. Once appointed, the Chief Election Commissioner serves as the head of the commission. Additionally, the President can appoint regional commissioners to assist the Election Commission after consulting with them. However, the specific roles and numbers of these regional commissioners are determined according to laws made by the Parliament. The Election Commission started working as a one-person body back in 1950, only having the Chief Election Commissioner until 15 October 1989. The need for more commissioners arose when the voting age was lowered from 21 to 18 years, resulting in the appointment of 2 more commissioners. Thus, the Election Commission became a 3-member body. However, the 2 additional positions were abolished in January 1990, and it went back to being a single-member body. It was not until October 1993 that the President appointed 2 more election commissioners again, and since that time, the Commission has functioned with 3 commissioners. The Election Commission is governed by the Election Commission, Conditions of Service of Election Commissioners and Transaction of Business, Act, 1991, which lays down the rules related to their service and how they conduct business. According to this law, all election commissioners, including the Chief Election Commissioner, hold equal power and receive the same salary and benefits as a Supreme Court judge. In case of disagreement among the commissioners, the issue is decided by a majority vote, ensuring that decisions are made collaboratively. Election commissioners serve for a term of 6 years but must leave office when they turn 65. They have the option to resign from their post at any time by writing to the President. The structure and functioning of the Election Commission reflect the commitment of the Indian government to uphold democratic values and ensure that elections are conducted in a transparent and accountable manner. The provisions laid down in Article 324, along with the relevant laws, ensure that the Election Commission can effectively manage the electoral process in a country with diverse populations and complex political landscapes. Independence of the Election Commission in India. The independence and impartiality of the Election Commission of India are crucial for free and fair elections. Article 324 of the Indian Constitution outlines various provisions that help protect the Election Commission in its roles and responsibilities. This ensures that its functioning remains independent from outside influences. Firstly, the Chief Election Commissioner, CEC, enjoys what is known as security of tenure. This means that once appointed, the CEC cannot be removed from office without a serious cause. Similar to how a Supreme Court judge can be removed, the CEC can only be dismissed by the President of India based on a resolution that must be passed by both houses of Parliament, and it requires a special majority. The grounds for removal include proven misbehavior or incapacity. This provision implies that the CEC does not serve merely at the President's discretion. Instead, there are checks in place to protect the CEC from arbitrary removal. Secondly, once appointed, the service conditions of the Chief Election Commissioner cannot be changed to his or her disadvantage. This is meant to make sure that the CEC is not pressured or swayed by the government during their term in office. However, it's important to note that while the security of tenure applies strongly to the CEC, it does not entirely extend to other election commissioners or regional commissioners. They can only be removed from office based on the recommendation of the Chief Election Commissioner, which means that their protection is not as strong as that of the CEC. Despite these safeguards, there are flaws in the current constitutional framework. For instance, the Constitution does not specify any qualifications required for members of the Election Commission. There are no stated legal, educational, administrative, or judicial qualifications that one must meet to become a part of the Commission. Additionally, the Constitution does not define the term length for members of the Election Commission. This lack of clarity also means there is no prohibition against retiring election commissioners taking up further appointments with the government. In the case of Anup Barnwal, 2023, the Supreme Court issued important directives aimed at enhancing the independence and neutrality of the Election Commission. The court decided that the appointment of the Chief Election Commissioner and other election commissioners should be based on a recommendation from a 3-member committee. This committee includes the Prime Minister of India, the leader of the opposition in the Lok Sabha, or the leader of the largest opposition party if there is no recognized leader of the opposition, and the Chief Justice of India. This recommendation process is designed to bring more transparency and balance to the appointments, protecting the Election Commission from undue political pressure. Furthermore, the Supreme Court suggested that the grounds for removing other election commissioners should align with those for the Chief Election Commissioner, which includes similar standards for misconduct as those for a Supreme Court judge. It also emphasized that the service conditions for these commissioners should not be made worse after their appointment. These directives from the Supreme Court will remain in force until the Parliament enacts a law in accordance with Article 324 of the Constitution. In conclusion, while Article 324 lays a strong foundation for the independence of the Election Commission, ongoing reforms and legal clarifications are necessary to strengthen its structure. The efforts made by the Supreme Court signify an important step towards ensuring that the Election Commission operates without any external pressures, but legislative action is required to codify these changes formally within the legal framework. Powers and functions of the Election Commission of India. The Election Commission of India, ECI, is a crucial body that oversees elections in the country. It has specific powers and responsibilities regarding elections for the Parliament, state legislatures, and the offices of the President and Vice President. These powers can be grouped into three main categories: administrative, advisory, quasi-judicial. Let's break down these functions and understand them better. Administrative powers. One of the significant administrative tasks of the Election Commission is to outline the areas of electoral constituencies across India, following guidelines set by the Delimitation Commission Act. This ensures fair representation in elections. Additionally, the Election Commission prepares and updates electoral rolls, which is the official list of eligible voters. By registering all eligible voters, it facilitates their participation in the electoral process. The Commission also plays a vital role in determining the schedule for elections and oversees the nomination process for candidates. It notifies the public about the dates of elections and carefully examines the nomination papers submitted by candidates, ensuring they meet all necessary criteria. Another key function is granting recognition to political parties and assigning them unique symbols for elections. This helps voters identify different political parties on the ballot. The Election Commission also acts as a dispute resolution body, addressing any conflicts that arise concerning party recognition or symbol allocation. To maintain order during elections, the Commission sets standards known as the Code of Conduct that all political parties and candidates must follow. This is crucial for ensuring a level playing field and fair conduct during elections. Advisory powers. The Election Commission advises the President of India on issues related to the disqualification of members of Parliament. Similarly, it provides guidance to state governors regarding the disqualification of state legislative members. This advisory role helps maintain integrity and legality within the legislative bodies. Quasi-judicial powers. The Commission possesses quasi-judicial powers, allowing it to take necessary actions if it detects major misconduct during elections, such as rigging, booth capturing, and violence. In such cases, it can annul elections and decide whether polling should be cancelled. Another important quasi-judicial function is the authority to request the President or governors to provide the necessary staff and resources for conducting elections, ensuring that the process runs smoothly. The Commission's role is particularly significant when elections are held in states under President's rule. It advises the President on whether elections can be conducted in such situations. Support structure of the Election Commission. The functioning of the Election Commission is supported by a team of officials, including Deputy Election Commissioners who come from the civil service and are appointed by the Commission. They serve on a tenure basis and support the Commission in various capacities. At the state level, each state has a Chief Electoral Officer appointed by the Chief Election Commissioner in consultation with the state government. This officer plays a key role in managing and overseeing the electoral process at the state level. In addition to this, at the district level, the district collector serves as the district returning officer, responsible for appointing returning officers for each constituency and presiding officers for polling booths. This hierarchical structure ensures the efficient conduct of elections throughout the country. Relevant constitutional articles. The specific functions and powers of the Election Commission are defined under Article 324 of the Indian Constitution, which grants it the authority to supervise, direct, and control the entire process of elections in the country. Additionally, the Representation of the People Act, 1950 and the Representation of the People Act, 1951, provide comprehensive laws governing the conduct of elections, including voter registration and the conduct of political parties. In conclusion, the Election Commission of India plays a fundamental role in the democratic process by ensuring that elections are conducted fairly and that the will of the people is accurately represented. Its administrative, advisory, and quasi-judicial powers work together to maintain the integrity of the electoral system in the country. Vision, mission, and principles of the Election Commission of India. The Election Commission of India, ECI, plays a crucial role in shaping the democratic process in the country. Its vision, mission, and guiding principles are pivotal in ensuring that elections are conducted in a manner that promotes fairness, trust, and participation among the citizens. Vision. The vision of the Election Commission of India is to become an institution known for its excellence. This means that it aims to encourage active involvement from citizens, ensuring that more people participate in the electoral process. The ECI not only focuses on Indian elections but also aims to set an example for democratic practices globally. By enhancing electoral democracy, the ECI seeks to create an environment where the voices of the people are heard and respected. Mission. The mission of the Election Commission is rooted in independence and integrity. The ECI is committed to maintaining its autonomy, which means it functions free from outside interference. One of its primary goals is to ensure that elections are accessible and inclusive, allowing all eligible citizens to participate. This includes promoting ethical behavior among all stakeholders involved in the electoral process, which ultimately strengthens trust in democracy and governance. The ECI adheres to the highest professional standards to deliver elections that are free, fair, and transparent. Guiding principles. The Election Commission has set out several guiding principles that reflect its commitment to good governance. These principles include upholding constitutional values. The ECI is dedicated to enforcing the values of the Indian Constitution, which include equality, impartiality, and the rule of law. This forms the backbone of the ECI's oversight over electoral governance, ensuring that all processes are carried out fairly. Conducting credible elections, the Commission is focused on ensuring that elections are credible, free, fair, and transparent. Integrity and accountability are key aspects of this effort, allowing the public to trust the electoral process. Inclusive participation. It is essential for the ECI to engage all eligible citizens in the voting process. This involves creating a friendly and supportive environment for voters. Engaging stakeholders. The Commission believes in working closely with political parties and other stakeholders to maintain the integrity of the electoral process. Promoting electoral awareness. The ECI strives to educate and inform various groups such as voters, political parties, and election officials about the electoral process. This helps build confidence in the system. Strengthening human resources. Developing skilled personnel within the Commission is important for delivering effective electoral services. Training and capacity building are essential to ensure professionalism in managing elections. Building quality infrastructure. The ECI seeks to create the necessary infrastructure that enables smooth election operations, whether it's polling stations or voting technology. Adopting technology. The Commission embraces technology to enhance every aspect of the electoral process, from voter registration to vote counting. This helps in increasing efficiency and transparency. Innovative practices. The ECI is always on the lookout for new and better ways to fulfill its mission. It encourages innovation in methodology and processes to achieve excellence in conducting elections. Reinforcing democratic values. Finally, the Election Commission aims to maintain and restore public confidence in the electoral system. By adhering to its principles, the ECI reinforces democracy and assures citizens that their voices count. Legal basis. The Election Commission of India operates under the framework provided by the Constitution of India, particularly Articles 324 to 329. Article 324 grants the ECI the authority to oversee and conduct free and fair elections in India. It highlights the Commission's responsibility for the superintendence, direction, and control of the entire electoral process. Along with these articles, the Representation of the People Act, 1950 and 1951 further outlines the conduct of elections, including the rights and duties of voters, candidates, and election officials. In conclusion, the Election Commission of India's vision, mission, and guiding principles are designed to ensure that democracy in India thrives. By promoting participation, integrity, and inclusiveness, the ECI works tirelessly to maintain a robust electoral process that earns the trust of the entire nation.